Angry Americans continue to show their outrage over a grand jury decision not to charge a white police officer for the killing of an unarmed black man. Protesters snarled New York City traffic in the early hours of Thursday morning to show their frustration with the decision. The demonstrators also blocked streets in several other areas of New York. Police arrested dozens of demonstrators. The unrest erupted after a New York grand jury decided not to indict a police officer who choked to death Eric Garner back in July.
Just a few hours after the verdict was announced, hundreds of protesters had already gathered in Union Square. The protesters were angered by the grand jury's decision not to indict the police officers who choked Eric Garner to death. Sarah Davis, who joined the protest, described her reaction to the video recording of Eric Garner's death by strangulation.
He was saying, I can't breathe, but yet they exuded more force. That needs to be addressed. If someone's giving up, why are you crumpling them down, ultimately killing them? And then there's no punishment? I don't find the system to be justice or fruitful at all.
John Peace, who also joined the protest, described his reaction to the decision not to indict the police officers.
And it hurt me. Something in my stomach just turned, man. Like, how can people get away with that? How can people get away with murder? If it was me, if I was the man that went and killed an innocent man for no reason, what would happen to me?
Vinnie Sinkay described the alienation that so many black and brown youth are feeling throughout the U.S., sparking massive protests.
I'm ashamed at our country. I'm ashamed at our system, that these are the people that are running us. These are the people that are supposed to be looking out for our best interest, and they're not.
Later in the evening, several thousand protesters assembled near Rockefeller Center, where the annual Christmas tree lighting ceremony was taking place. The police tried to hold back the crowd, but soon chaos ensued, with protesters running through the streets. At various times, the police pushed the protesters and shoved members of the press, including the Press TV crew. Crowds continued to run through the streets of Manhattan for many hours, with police chasing after them. Further protests are expected in the coming days. Caleb Maupin, Press TV, New York.